Eric Peterson with Arborist here. Today's weekly business tip, we're going to talk about the elements that you should include in your written safety program. Now, most tree care companies have a written safety program, but we often get the question asked, how do I know I have everything in that written safety program that I need? And unfortunately, the answer is it depends on your specific operations. So this article will give you a general guideline of the 6 elements that you should have in your safety program. Now, it's important to note that it doesn't have to be in this format and it doesn't have to be in this order. We're just going to talk about the general information that you should have within your safety program. So the very first one is a commitment to safety and the assignment of safety responsibilities. Now, you probably have this already, but it's just the statement from management, leadership, ownership that says we're committed to providing a safe workplace. But it also states that every employee, everyone on the team is responsible for it. It's a great place to mention the ANSI Z133 that you're going to follow that within your company. So that's basically the beginning of it. The second part is the safety communication system, but this is how do you actually deliver the safety messages? How are you doing your safety meetings? Are you forming a safety committee? Basically making sure that the employees know how you're going to be communicating the safety message. It's a great part to put in your training, right? Where you're going to have the onboarding, but ongoing, not just onboarding, but ongoing training as well. The next section, or the biggest section, that's your safety rules and procedures. This is where it gets more specific to each individual company. But you're going to go through general conduct, you're going to go through housekeeping, you're going to go through driving requirements. I think that's a part that's a lot of times missed, is what is expected from your employees from a driving perspective. You have to get to and from the job safely. Weather, how you're handling extreme temperatures, heat and cold, and all those type of things. Fall protection. The general work safety is probably the biggest section that you have in the program. After that, we're talking about hazard assessment and control. And really this comes down to how you do your job site setup. How do you do your job site briefing? What is the communication going on at each individual job site? Every job site has different hazards. We know that. That's one of the biggest challenges you guys face every day. So you have to have a process and procedure in place to make sure that the team knows what they're going to do and how they're going to handle any type of hazard that comes up. After that, we're talking about injury or incident reporting and accident investigation. What happens when there is an incident? Who does what are the responsibilities, what form or what information is needed at that time? And it's the place to mention the light duty or return to work. If you are injured, this is our expectation of you, when you come back to work. At the very end, the last section or last element that we're going to talk about here is documentation and employee acknowledgement. You need to make sure that you're putting in place some type of documentation procedure. Where is the documentation going to be held? Who's going to be responsible for it? And then making sure that every employee does sign off and acknowledge that they understand the written policy and procedure in place, and that they know how to get more information. If they have questions, they know who to go to, but they understand that it's part of a big part of your company culture there. So those are the 6 general elements to have in your safety program. And again, I want to make sure that you understand it. It doesn't have to be in that order. It doesn't have to be with those titles. But it is very important that you address all 6 of those elements. So if you're struggling with your safety program, need some help, reach out to an Arborist team member today. We can get you set up on the Thrive safety package to get one-on-one help to develop that written safety policy or program for your company. So thanks for listening. Again, please be safe out there. We'll talk to you soon.